If you want to start email marketing, you came to the right place. Now, oftentimes an email is the first interaction your customer ever has with you, so you need to make sure you get it right. The other thing that you need to keep in mind is email is more than just an email. An email is actually a guide that your potential buyer can use on their journey to the purchase of your product. Now, if this is the first time you're ever sending an email, or if you're just not having any luck with the emails you're sending right now, you've come to the right place, because in this video, we are going to break down the anatomy of a great marketing email. The first thing you need is a great subject line, because you have to get your potential buyers to open your email before you can actually start selling to them. And every great subject line is made up of all three of these components. So the first thing is it's short and concise. The second thing is it resonates with the consumer that you are targeting. So you have to make sure that the messaging that you're using is actually something that the potential buyer would want to hear. And then last but not least, it usually contains a pain point that the customer is having and that you're solving, or it contains a benefit that your potential buyer will see as enticing. So if you can hit those three components within your subject line, you are more likely to have that potential buyer open your email, and then you can start talking to them and walking them down that buyer's journey. After you have your subject line, you need to start thinking about the body copy within your email. Now, there are certain components that you want to keep in mind when laying out your body copy. So again, this is the first interaction that you are potentially having with this customer, so you want to make sure you get it right. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to introduce the product. You want to tell them what the product is, or what the service is, who you are. That's the first thing you want to do. Then you want to highlight a benefit or a pain point, just like you did in the subject line, within that body copy. So you want them to know, here's what this product is going to solve, here's what it's going to do for you. Then what I would suggest doing is showcasing a customer success story. How has this product or service helped someone else and worked? Because that's how you create trust with your brand, so that if people can see that this has worked for others, then they know that it could potentially work for them. Now, after that, you want to make sure that you have a call to action. The call to action is very important. Your call to action is what you want that potential buyer to do after they read your email. Now, what you need to keep in mind is you should only have one call to action within your email. You shouldn't be asking the potential buyer to do 10 different things. You only want them to do one thing. So if you want them to learn more about the benefits that your product has, you're going to say learn more about the benefits. If you want them to read a customer success story, you're going to say read a customer success story. If you think that they are ready to buy after reading this one email, then you're going to say purchase now. But you can have different links within your email, but you just want to make sure that all those links are driving to the same things. After you have the subject line, after you have your body copy written, you need to get to the fun part, which is the visuals. And the visuals, you need to make sure that they are really supporting the messaging within that email. So if you're selling apples, you want to make sure your pictures are showcasing apples. If you're selling oranges, you want to make sure your pictures are showcasing oranges. So you need to keep that in mind as you're crafting your visuals for your email. Is what I'm putting in this picture actually showcasing what is in the body of this email? Now, sometimes that can be really hard, and it may be the aspect of the email that takes the longest, but pick out some key points within that email so that you know what those visuals should be supporting. So, for example, a lot of people on their header graphic, which is that first picture that you're gonna see when you bring up that email, it's just a picture of the product, and that's great, that's all you need. As you go through and you are talking about customer successes, maybe you showcase the logo of that customer that you helped, or you put in a quote from the customer who you helped. There are different ways that you can support that body copy, but sometimes you just have to get creative. Now, if you have some creative issues, if you don't know Photoshop or you don't really have those graphic skills, it's okay. There are plenty of tools out there that can help, that have free stock photos that you can use, free stock graphics you can use. Canva is a great resource. Adobe Express is a great resource. freepik.com is a great resource. All these things are free and they can give you ideas of how to build that visual to support your messaging. If you like this video and you want to see more of it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We thank you for watching today and we hope to see you next time.